magistrate of the free city of Usvel, year 1576. We have conquered land and sea. The isles of Brokenwold are ours, but a darkness looms from the mountains and waves. The world I once knew is not as it once was 3 months ago. Ships laden with cargo for the old world disappear at... That's not fitting. Let's just do without it. Ships laden with cargo for the old world disappear at random. Men and women go missing in the deep forest with their bones found later on the high road. It's concerning, but I have hope that these issues will resolve themselves in time, and I do knowing the consequences should they not be. The Isles of Brokenwold, a colonial holding of the Great Human and Gnomish confederations, the South mired in fog and mystery, in the fog of mystery and superstition. Once thought to be a promised land of untapped wealth and endless opportunity, the archipelago's jagged coastlines and stone-lashed coves now bear witness to a different truth. The riches of Brokenwold come at a price, one that cannot be paid in gold alone. The land resists taming. In its primeval forests and ancient peaks lie secrets too old and terrible to forget. But as the banners of the old nations of the south that claim victory of the last of the native resistance and the pirates that once ruled the coasts. Forts were built, trade routes mapped, the sea lanes secured by iron and fire. The merchant fleets of the new colonial powers come in droves, bringing settlers, soldiers, and magistrates with gilded ledgers and iron-bound laws. But order is a thin veneer, stretched over something ancient and stirring. The sea has turned cruel. Ships vanish between ports with no wreckage, no survivors. Those that return speak of silent shapes gliding beneath the waves, and drowned men who sing in forgotten tongues. Inland the mists grow thicker, darker. The settlers whisper of children born with the sight, of beasts that speak, and of dreams shared between strangers. The old pirate lords, thought dead or scattered, have begun to stir again. Rumors tell of a black-flagged fleet rallying in secret crews of outcasts, mutineers, and revenants, bound not by loyalty but by prophecy. They speak of a coming storm, of something ancient awakening beneath the seabed and calling to them. These dregs call it the deep oath. Even among the colonial elites, whispers rise. Entire noble lines afflicted by a strange madness, arcane seals breaking in deep vaults of conquered keeps. The very land seems to recoil from the torchlight of civilization. And now, in the year 1705, a new breed of pirates rise, not merely scavengers but seekers, exiles, broken nobles, occultists, and freedom fighters. They brave the cursed tides and forbidden isles in search of knowledge, power, or salvation. Some for gold, some for glory, others because they have nothing left to lose. In this land of mists and shadowed waters, where truth wears the face of myth, every man's loyalty is weighed in blood, a single truth emerges. The age of kings is fading. The age of pirates has begun. Which brings us, noble players, to a small little fishing village in the southern colonies. A very sleepy sort of place. Once home to the elves, once home to the ancient elves, but now a hotbed for human activity, for those who come to the new world seeking fame and glory. It is the town, give me a second, that's not what I wanted. It is the town of Ludwig, mired in fog, and that should have changed. What the fuck?
Did you make it public?
It should be public, yeah. There you go.
That
Town
was
of Lud-
the town down here, correct? Sorry.
Yes, that was
Okay, my bad.
Yep.
Continue.
the town of Ludwig, a hotbed for new peoples entering the new world. For those seeking opportunity and trade, for those new explorers that, well, come for come for gold and blood. Players, please introduce yourselves, beginning from the top, starting with E. Thron.
Define introduction.
Introduce your characters, their names, their race, and their class.
All right. Well, I got Engotron Voss. He is a paladin artificer class, and he is ex privateer background, Charon pirate.
Okay. Tucker.
Mine is a exiled Rakasar from distant lands. He's a ranger and he was exiled.
Morrow.
Cobb the Kobold. He's a
That's it.
bard.
Yep.
And he likes going on adventures now.
Indeed. Cindy.
We got here Operis Delmirov. He is a alchemist who makes some interesting potions.
Song.
I am playing Kasumi, a blind Sai warrior, who is lost and is seeking something.
And lastly, Shitboy Suede or Flump.
Yes. Cyrus, a wizard.
All right.
I don't have a minute.
With the party now introduced, we cut to the first scene here in the town of Ludwig. A nice, cozy tavern, packed by individuals seeking time to themselves, remission from the world beyond, and most importantly, drink. Wine, ale, all sorts of things that one may find in this humble little, well, hole in the wall. In one corner of the tavern sits the humble alchemist, speaking to a rather burly man, haggling over something of some sort. And, well, he seems to be succeeding in some sort of way, although what he sells I do not know. Okay, now we get to the RP portion.
I'm assuming it's like right here.
Mm-hmm. You pick where you want to. Just pick where you want to be.
Shows a random corner.
I'm in the corner playing music.
Okay.
There.
All right, alchemist. What do you have for me?
Well, I have you here a nice little potion. It can do a variety of things.
Like
Only-
what?
Well, my potions can make you do things such as fly. It could heal you from a great wound, or cure you of a great disease. And this potion in particular, this potion can allow you to drink as much ale as you want.
Really now?
Indeed.
I must ask, however, how much?
How much? I'd say around 35 gold.
35 sounds quite a bit like robbery. Give me a second. Sorry, say that again.
I didn't say anything. Just 35 gold.
That sounds quite a bit like highway robbery. How do I know that what you're selling me is true?
Well, I can show you the recipe. I can show you the books I have of alchemy. I just kind
I'd
of
rather you show me the
play two
recipe.
books. Ah, yes. Here we are. So let me just go ahead and flip on over to that recipe real quick. Me going to open up that document. That should be pinned. Does not. There it is. Let's see here. Let's see. Struggling to find the page. Ah, here we are. So this requires 1 rainbow mushroom, a dream lily, and a willow shade fruit. The
Sounds promising.
The willow shade fruit is obviously turned into a fermented process, and then it is boiled in with the rainbow mushroom and the dream lily, which will give it the effect of being able to drink without having any sort of issue with getting drunk per se.
See, well, I do like me a drink. Well, more than just a drink, but that's besides the point. I'll take it.
Alright. I just kind of set the potion down and slide it on over.
The man you were haggling with sets it down a pouch of gold pieces in front of you. Thank you for your business. Now, if you excuse me, I'm enjoy myself a little.
Pleasure is all
He
mine.
then walks away and leaves you to your own devices.
I will begin
Across.
slowly walking out to the bar.
Across the room sits two individuals, an unlikely pair. A woman, half man, half beast, and a sailor, a soldier, maybe, sitting at the bar, enjoying their night. The bartender comes up. The bartender makes his rounds, and then carefully makes his way over to them. All right, what can I do for you folks?
I would really appreciate one of your more stronger brews, please.
Strong brew, I say. And you, sir? That's your throne.
Do you have any brandy?
Brandy. I might. It'll be quite expensive, however. It's not cheap.
All right. How about some rum instead?
Just a rum, all right. I'll be right with you, folks. I'll be right with you with your drinks. Is there anything else you would desire? Maybe some food?
Some food would be absolutely lovely. If it the spicier the better.
Spicier the better. right.
Nothing
let me
for
see.
me.
Nothing for you. All right. All right. So for food, we have a buffalo ribeye, Sahagian caviar, as well as Halfling's Best. Well, Halfling's Best is actually an ale, but yeah, who's counting? We also have a rabbit and potato plate. What would be to your heart's desires in that along those?
The first three are far too fancy sounding for a person like me. I would really appreciate the rabbit and potatoes.
All right, in that case, all right, I'll be right with you with your ale and I'm going to guess 2 things of ale and the rabbit and potato plate.
If that ale cannot strip the barnacles off of a ship, I'm going to be very displeased.
Trust me, this one will. I guarantee you that. The bartender then walks away, rounding the bar, making his way over to the kitchen to arrange the drink and fare for the 2 sitting at the bar, leaving them alone where the 2 players like to interact with each other.
I would.
Right. I can send you a couple things.
But brother, it has been a while since we found a new job. Have you got any news or any potential leads on some ways to make money?
There was a few on the board, but they're all pretty light. Nothing too adventurous, of course. Keep us low.
We need the money. We've gone too long without a good job. And
Agreed.
she's like staring a hole in a particular spot behind the bar, and her eyes are super unfocused and kind of hazy. I want to get out of town as soon as possible. You know how I hate being around people.
Trust me, I know after the last crew. But we'll find something soon.
I would nod. That's all I've got to say.
That's it on my part.
Okay. A few moments pass before the bartender comes back, both with your drinks and with your food. There you go, folks. Once you're ready to close out, just tell me. I'll ring up as best I can. Enjoy your drink and your meal.
Yes.
She like reaches for the she like pats around on the bar top for the fork, and yeah, yes, sir. If you would be so kind to help guide the poor lady to the utensils. Like, I can't quite find it.
Yes, of course. Carefully, he slides both your drink and the plate of food over to you, closer to your hand, so that way you can actually reach them.
Thank you.
Who's joined? Oh, it's
Hello.
Xanadu. Hi, Dope.
Oh my god, it's dope.
We kind of just started, but that is perfectly fine. Anyway. Okay, would any of the other players like to do any interactions? Why is there 2 bards?
Well,
I don't know. One appeared.
I specifically don't have anything to say. However, I would kind of like to have my tall animalistic ears kind of scan the bar, trying to like focus in on some conversations, if I may.
Okay, yeah,
We can
that's perfectly
rate
fine.
our dishes.
Yeah, they're quite literally.
Yeah. In that case, roll perception.
I think at that point, probably if you're listening close enough across the bar, character writing, muttering, go, no, that doesn't work. We tried that already. And then muttering and writing, muttering and writing, muttering and writing in a very, well, you can't see, but it's a notebook.
Okay. I got a 12 too.
Okay. You hear bits and pieces of conversation and the small mutterings of a man somewhere across the room from you. His voice muffled by the crackling fire of the hearth. But beyond that, you cannot perceive exactly what his words are.
Okay. And where is the hearth on this map?
The hearth is
Oh, right
It's
here.
right here.
Okay.
yeah, that is right there.
I didn't see that. My bad.
You know, I tried to make it as visible as possible. Here, I'm just gonna do that. Anyway,
Okay, thank
Forgot
you.
how to make it ding.
okay. As those two individuals enjoy a drink. 1 second. As those two individuals enjoy their drinks, the man that the alchemist had sold the potion to finally approaches the bar, a huge smile brimming on his face. Barkeep, I would like to order, let's see, a cask of your strongest vodka. A cask of our strongest vodka? Well, that is certainly a surprise. Are you sure? Oh, I am sure I have a means to deal with it. All right. In that case, I'll get it right for you. It's just under the bar. The bartender reaches underneath the countertop and produces a rather large and, well, tall bottle of vodka, about as long as his forearm. Here goes, sir. When you're ready, I'll ring you up. Thank you. Before the man, or rather Goliath, can sample the drink he has ordered, he produces a vial, a potion from his pocket, and quickly downs it before throwing the glass over his shoulder. He then reaches forward and grabs the large bottle of vodka, pops it open, and takes a swig, when suddenly his eyes bug out of his head, and he turns to his right and spits the drink out. Fucking hell, what is this? God, that is nasty. Wait a second. He turns back and looks at the bottle he had thrown over his shoulder, seeing the contents of it sort of leaking out. What is left of the contents leaking out of the bottle. Looks very familiar. Very familiar to him. A glossy blue that can be found by any snake peddler. In fact, it's just blue laudanum. But before he can do anything, before he can even seek out the man that had sold him the bottle, there's a crash. There is a crash as a bottle shatters. He collapses to the ground, and behind him is a very, very irate woman. A rather large dragonborn. And she is angry. But before she can even say anything, chaos erupts in the room. The music stopping as fists fly. Party, roll initiative.
I'm gonna roll the penguin die on this one. You failed me, penguin die.
Oh, I've failed.
This
I
is a
got
20,
a
right?
4.
The dice are cursed. You have to throw them out.
We're using
Yeah.
a d20.
Yeah, d20.
Yeah, you roll a d20 and then you go on your character sheet and you look at the initiative button at the right next to your AC, and that's your bonus that you will add to that dice roll.
Cindy,
I
So
got
7
3.
plus.
2.
So 7 plus 2 then for initiative?
Yeah, so it'd be 9 or
Tucker.
yeah, 9.
Where is my initiative? Am I blind? Probably blind as fuck.
It's on your big sheet. The one that says initiative, I'm presuming.
Yes.
Yeah, your character sheet.
Right.
Where is it? Initiative is the green button or the green on your
He's
character sheet.
colorblind.
Oh, I
Uh,
see it.
on-
It's green.
Yep.
So 5 plus 2, that'd be 7.
Thrawn, you are 9. Tucker, where are you again?
7.
7. And then lastly, oh, I forgot. Song.
I'm 4.
Are we treating each individual square as 5-foot squares, or are we scaling our character up and treating 4 squares as 5 squares?
It's gonna scale up a little. Because if every square is a 5-foot square, that'd be a little weird. Let's say every 3 squares is 5 feet. Let's go with that.
I was thinking just make
And
us be large creatures interact with a
Yep.
4-tile grid.
And then Morrow with the 19
Plus 3.
plus 3. 21. What the fuck?
22.
My dice
hate
is
you.
between me and it.
You gotta fire.
Okay. Okay, it is the Barroom Brawlers. All right. The Goliath stands back up and attempts to swing a fist at the Dragonborn lady. However, his swing widely misses and strikes the poor Kasume. I hate you.
That was interesting.
That spooked me.
I hated that. We're gonna try going for 3 hours. 2-3 hours. Ended up. So
Starting.
yeah. So
I really appreciate this little bard keeping me company over here. Is he playing
Indeed.
bagpipes?
Ooh,
Yes.
what?
This is my new favorite. This is my new favorite thing.
What?
Oh boy.
He's keeping me company. Don't touch him.
Yeah.
Is that where my
I am.
fucking kobold went?
I thought.
I
Oh,
put the
your
character
kobold's
in the
right
corner
here.
and I'm like,
It's right
alright,
here.
well, it's gone now.
Is it that one?
Yeah, I
Your
put
kobold's
that
right
one
there.
there.
That's your old one. That's the one that randomly spawned. All right. So that's a 20. So I just rolled in 20 to hit, 24 actually to hit.
That
Yeah.
hits.
Yeah, that hits.
My initiative
And
came
he
up
is
as one.
using his fists.
Is there an initiative tracker that we can actually see?
Yeah, it's
I
on
I have it.
the.
Yep.
There's
I
there's one if you look on the right hand side. There's a tracker right there, but it doesn't have any of the enemies on it. It just has us.
Roll.
Who didn't roll?
And it's in a weird order.
Wait, where's the
No,
initial
that is
tracker?
the order of
Dice
which
that I
you guys
saw on the
rolled.
roll thing are just
2, 4, 7, 9, 21. Shouldn't I be at the top? Like it. Oh,
I do
Oh.
this from the bottom down, and I just work my
Bottom
way
up,
up.
you mean?
Yeah, bottom up. Shut up.
bottoms up.
Okay, barroom brawler. Yep. Strikes that song. One, and then
How much damage
One-
does he do?
I'm about to tell you.
I'd be pissed if he one tapped me and I'm dead. I'm just like
It'd be fucking hilarious.
Max. I
4
love you, bro.
plus 4 plus 3 bludgeoning.
4, so 7.
Yep, 7. Okay. The fox lady's head snaps back from the force of the blow and sends her tumbling to the ground. And now it is Cindy's turn. Here,
I
I
thought
am
it was
gonna go-
last initiative.
Hmm?
I thought it was
Oh yeah,
last
no,
initiative.
tomorrow. Yeah, it's tomorrow. Here, let me get some humans. Rather, let's just do bandits. Get them around the room. I could have sworn I spawned it. Oh no, they're just small. Got it.
How do you do the ruler?
Measuring his distance.
No, I said how.
Oh, there's a tool. There on your tools. There is a
Line with an arrow pointing down.
yeah, that.
Ah.
Yep.
Or F4.
There are
apparently.
all the placements. Tomorrow it is your turn.
So who just got hit? Where are they at?
Over there.
Song just got hit over here on the far
one
side of the
Song?
bar, away from you.
Oh, way the fuck over there.
Yeah. You're by the piano, and there's
How
two
the
dudes.
fuck do I even measure?
So I'm
This
going
ring
based
is in-
off center of the corners. So you see, like right here where my cursor is, that's 1 square, 2 square, 3 square.
So each like 4 tile is 5 feet technically.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
a grouping of 4, 2x2s.
We doing 2x2 or 3x3?
2 by 2.
Okay.
I feel like you can change the grid somewhere inside the options.
I can.
So
I can do that
essentially,
there.
cut it in half. Do this? Oh. Alright.
Custom. Board, infinite. No, it's not back here. I'll do it in a minute.
So that's
Alright.
roughly 30 feet to there, right?
Yeah, it's about.
Alright, we'll just call it an even 30 and
What are you about to do?
I'm gonna walk over to the I'm gonna
Wow,
walk over
okay.
here and cast fireball.
Oh no.
I didn't ask
I'm gonna
how big
walk
the room
over
was,
to
Dina.
the person who just got fucking decked,
Okay.
wondering why they got hurt, and just kind of cast a cure wounds on them.
All right. Cast Cure Wounds.
So ignore the
yeah,
d20.
well-
I don't care.
Yeah, I'll ignore that. So that is going to be 8.
10 total.
10 total. All right.
Okay.
Yep. Song has been healed for 10 health and all. God, I'm so rusty with encounters.
Okay.
We still have space. Antidote.
I'm just gonna come up and be like, "Are you
What do
okay?"
also do for distance?
Just pat you on the
5 feet
arm.
is 1 inch. Well,
Yep.
1 inch away is 5 feet. Just measure it like that.
Move
No,
over. Dragonborn is also going to move in. All right. Thrawn, I'm going to say it is now. Oh, wait. I did not include. Flump, what did you roll for your initiative?
I tried to sit. All my dice were just hanging in midair. Oh, that's how I do it.
You
Oh,
gotta click the
um,
roll
don't know.
button.
Yeah, you actually have to click the roll thing.
So like right here.
Play a game with full of 8 players. Wow.
Yeah, apparently we have 8 players. We're going to just take the first one, 15.
Plus 4 is 19.
19. Oh, God. Flump.
Spell my god, my
19?
name right.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to do some movement real quick. Make sure let's organize this. All right. Okay, Flump, it is now your turn. What would you like to do? Antidote is teal.
Presumably, I hear the fighting. I'm just
Yep.
waiting. Is anyone coming yet to swing at me at the moment?
No one is
We're
coming in
like
to swing at you. You have
pretty
not
much
provoked
alone.
anyone. Yeah, you can. It's free reign right now.
Okay. I'm going to just turn around and go, what the devil? and just watch.
Okay, so you're gonna watch. Got it. Skip turn.
Yep, I'm not getting
Yep.
involved at the current moment.
It is now Thrawn's turn. Let's do you.
Which of the two is the one that hit?
The one that hit is let's see if I can do this correctly. It's gonna be this one.
Gotcha. All right, if that's the case, as soon as she gets hit, my character turns, notice her go down as he notices the one that's just swinging. He goes, "Pinche mierda," and he puts himself between the one that just healed and her, and pulls out his sword, to hit the butt of his sword against him.
Okay.
Try to knock the wind out of him, make distance,
Alright.
I guess.
Okay. It's a longsword, I'm guessing, correct?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, roll first roll to hit. So if I'm looking at this correctly.
Oh,
where's yours?
I don't have good luck.
No, you do
Oh,
not.
no.
Where is your longs? Here, I'm gonna actually just pull a longsword thing real quick. Items.
D10 if you're two-handing it. D8 if you're one-handing it. No.
Are you one-handing it
Oh,
or two-handing it?
I guess since I'm ready to put it out, be a one hand first.
Okay.
So is that a D8 you said?
I think it's a D8.
I think
I
it
think
is.
it's. Hold on, 2 seconds. I have a longsword. I think it's a D8.
It's a
Um,
DA
It's
and
a
Versailles
1d8
D10.
plus strength. It's a 1d8 plus strength.
All right, should I just use that I got, or roll actual D8?
Roll an actual D8.
You roll an actual d8.
All right, and do I select it and click roll, or
Yeah, just do a quick roll. Although it's gonna hurt me more than it's gonna
So
hurt
the
you.
5.
Yeah.
5 plus his strength modifier. What's your strength modifier, bud?
3?
So that's 8 damage.
And just so I'm doing this, correctly, because like I said, I'm very rusty. I compare his to hit die to the armor class.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he got a. I think his to hit is like a +4 at this level.
So
So that's 8 plus 4. That's 12.
12
Depends
hit?
on strength, but yeah.
barely. Okay.
And meets it beats it. So if he hits the AC, he goes past the AC. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, Thrawn, you swing your longsword over the man's head, and you completely whiff it. It sails just an inch above his head, cutting a small follicle of hair before going into a nearby post.
Should have drank that ale.
Yeah, maybe. Just maybe. All right. Okay.
On the other
Let's
side of the
go
bar, I
with
still-
that one. Yeah, let's do a ballroom brawler. All right. Okay. We're gonna have an attack on Cindy. So roll a d20. No, actually clear. D20. Come on. Hit.
Isn't Tucker next?
No, what? So right now, what's happening is your actual order is jumbled.
Oh, okay.
So the NPCs are also going after you guys. So
Got
that's a
Next.
19 plus 4. Yeah, what up?
I think after the session, you and I should should sit down and think of like a better way to track initiative.
Yeah, no, I actually do have a better way to do this.
There is
I
like an
just- I had-
initiative tracker like right here. They can fill in tiny sheets.
Sorry, because it's kind of confusing because it's like I don't know where the enemies are, and
Yeah, no, I'm so sorry about that.
you're good.
Yep.
I'm still trying
You
to
said,
figure out
And-
you
what
said
it's like.
yourself you're rusty. It's okay.
Yeah, very rusty. Yep. Anyways, so Cindy, what's your armor class?
Not a 19.
All right. The man The man
Oh,
comes
yeah,
up
here we
behind you and hits you with a stool and throws a stool at you.
Fucking barstool.
So did he
fucking
walk up
love-
to me within 5 feet, or is he just throwing something at me?
He is throwing something at you.
Okay.
1d4 plus 2 bludgeoning. Roll.
Das Yeet.
5. The stool crashes against you, knocking you to the floor, dealing 5 damage. Next is, let's say, Tucker.
I start walking in and see what in the hell's going on.
Okay, you walk in. You cross. You walk into the tavern and cross the threshold to see absolute pandemonium as fists are being thrown and beer bottles and stools are being tossed at the wall or at other people because that is funny. Anyway. Okay. I'm being, yeah. Okay. It is now Song's turn.
As
Alright.
she just gets pushed down by this surprise attack, she is going to let out this uh just this low hiss, very reminiscent of a of um of a of a feline, and is going to stand up as these chains that have been wrapped around her body begin to move, and clink, making this very rapid, rattling noise as these chains begin to unwind as this spiked ball appears on the end of a chain. And I'm going to say, you dare attack a blind woman, and I'm going to clobber. I'm going to walk up to this guy here
The guy that
and
clobbered you.
and clobber him over the head.
Okay, that's okay. In that case, roll me to hit.
Okay. And this ball and chain is very much like a scorpion's tail esque. That is a 14.
14 plus whatever.
That's with my attack.
Okay, that's
Attack
what your attack.
modifier.
Okay, got
Yeah.
it. All right, that is a hit. Roll me to damage. Roll damage.
As I let out this hiss, as this thing just launches forward, without any wind up, I'm going to expend one of my psionic die to add extra damage.
Okay.
I am quite pissed off, so sorry, not sorry. I need a D8, which I think is this one. D8 and a D6.
Okay.
I'm not fucking around. Oh, that is a 6 plus, that is 12 points of damage.
Damn. Okay. Your, I'm gonna guess that's a meteor hammer. Your meteor hammer sails through the air and slams into the female dragonborn's chest, sending her back into a wall and dealing 12 damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my notes real quick.
I think it might be good to know whether or not we're doing lethal damage or non-lethal damage.
Song, what kind of damage does your
Well, the rules state that any weapon, as long as it's stated, I think before the attack is done, is I think any weapon could be non-lethal damage.
Yeah, so yeah,
Um,
typically speaking, how I play it is going to be for the most part non-lethal. However, you have the option to kill, specifically when they're downed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine with me. Um, And if I may, as a bonus action, I don't know how you rule this kind of stuff, but can I? Well, never mind. Actually, that's not gonna work.
Random smoke has appeared.
Yep, sorry about that. Anyway. Okay. Song, your turn is done, correct?
I'm not quite familiar with my bonus actions. Yes, that is gonna be it.
Okay. Cindy, it is now your turn.
Alrighty.
Would you like to retaliate?
After the person threw the chair at me, kind of spin around and say, "Oi, don't you know bar fight etiquette? When someone's trying to leave, you let them leave." And I cast Ray of Frost at them.
Do it.
Let's see. So that's a 17 plus 5.
17 plus 5? Okay.
Yep.
Alright.
I'm assuming that
That
hits.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
They take a D8 worth of damage, which is 1 damage, which is perfectly fine for me, because now their speed is also reduced by 10 feet.
Oh, also, Max, I forgot to mention my weapon has the sap property. He has disadvantage, or she has disadvantage on her next attack, a next attack roll.
And after I do Ray of Frost, I begin walking out to the bar.
Ooh, God. Give me a second. Alright. After Ray of Frost, you try walking out of the bar?
Alright, I just start making my way towards the exit.
Alright.
Because I'm basically just freezing their feet in place.
Got it. Alright. Give me a second. Okay. Okay, let's do one more round and then we're gonna end the encounter. Because I want to keep this as brief as I possibly can. Okay. The same man that took a swing at Song and Thrawn missed goes to attack Thrawn, feeling very threatened. He goes with his fists. Clear. So d20 plus 4. Thrawn, what's your armor class?
Armor class is going to go ahead and be 18.
18?
Yep.
I'm so sorry. Okay, that it hits. He brings his fist back and prepares to launch a devastating punch. Maybe. We'll see. Then roll. He slams his fist forward and clocks you in the jaw. It staggers you, but you are able to quickly recover. But you do take about 4 damage.
Is there something that I do to edit my health, or where is that?
You track that on your D&D Beyond character sheet.
Yep.
Oh,
You can
okay.
also track it on. You can also track it on here. I just haven't actually put it. You have your max and your current.
Oh, okay, I see it now.
Yep.
So
1 second.
I'm unable to edit.
Give me 1 second, you guys. I'm going to place down a little figure real quick.
Don't you know who I am?
Oh, there we go. I figured that.
Juggernaut,
So,
bitch.
24. And you said he took 4, right? So 20.
Yeah, yep.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Let's color tint that real quick. Go. And yours is placed. Anyway. Okay. Next was Morrow.
Oh, it's back to me already.
Yeah, it's back to you already.
I see a person across the way who is hurt.
Where? Oh, Cindy's alchemist. Yep.
Got hit by a chair. So I'm gonna cast some more healing. But I don't feel
very
like going
kind
all the way
boy.
over there. So I'm gonna cast Healing Word.
All right. What are you gonna say to him?
Get better.
It's okay. How much health did you restore? 5.
5
Hey, I'm
plus
back to max.
Yeah, you're back to
8 total.
Yeah. Breaking quickly from combat. Unforeseen from everyone. And roll me a stealth check real quick.
A what?
Okay.
Roll me stealth.
Stealth check.
Sneaky rog.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
See.
And then roll me. Who are you targeting for pickpocketing?
Oh wait, wrong button. Fuck.
Yep. Unseen from everyone, there was a shadowy figure rolling around the bar, pickpocketing anyone at random.
We should do the big guy who
The big
started
guy?
throwing
Okay, this guy
hands
over
first.
here. Alright, this
Yes.
guy over here. Roll me sleight of hands for pickpocketing.
Appears,
see.
steals, disappear.
Yeah, pretty
Refuses to
much.
elaborate.
First it was killing Elder with a block of C4. Now you're stealing from people during a fight.
Hey, I killed Elder too.
It's a
She's not the
What
only
the
one.
fuck? Okay.
dirty 20.
Oh god. Alright, in that case, Anado, you take everything from the dude you take everything that's left in the dude's pockets, including the last bit of change he just so happens to have.
Damn, bro, this guy broke.
Yeah, you left him broke. You also took a pen and a necklace.
Fancy.
Anyway, okay, going back to the combat. Flump, do you want to turn or no?
I would like to. I would like. So who's like the obvious aggressor in this situation?
Obvious aggressor, the dude fighting
Like,
Thrawn and the dude fighting Thrawn. So the dude, the
no,
Goliath,
I
threw
just
the
see
punch.
that dude. I heard that dude walk in and take a swing at a guy and just cold clock him, right?
Yeah, pretty
All right,
much,
from across
basically.
the bar, I'm like, I don't like him. I just, there's a rather tallish Eladrin elf. Probably don't see a whole lot of those around here.
Hmm.
Oh,
You're about
I don't even
34
need to
feet
get out.
away.
I don't even need. Yeah, dude, Firebolt's 120 feet. I'm gonna just open my book to a page and then just snap my fingers, and a little bead of fire is gonna launch from my finger to that guy's forehead.
So the back of his head. All right.
Yeah, that one.
Give me a second.
12
This is fireball, correct?
Bolt.
fire. Yeah, fire
Firebolt.
bolt.
Bolts.
Bolt.
Bolts.
Not fireball.
We're not level 5 yet, Max. Calm down.
I like exploding things. Okay.
I cast Fireball. Actually, I do have something similar to Fireball.
We care
Oh,
about
I
the
didn't
size
ask.
of the room right now, all right?
I didn't
Yeah.
ask how big the room was, DM. I said I
Okay.
cast fireball.
Roll to hit.
I got a 12.
12.
But for anyone that is watching, you just see the Eladrin man flick
Okay,
a
the fire.
firebolt.
Okay, the bolt of fire sails across the room and strikes just above the guy's head. Sails right over the guy's head and scorches the mantle above the bar.
I won't mix a second time.
Okay, you want to do a second attack?
No, I said I won't miss a second time.
Okay, you're gonna
My
do it
character
again.
says I will not miss a second time.
Okay, that's your turn.
Yep.
All right. This guy attempts to go after you. I'm using Tavern Brawlers. We're gonna do a performance check. Charisma. It's a D20 plus minus 16. Okay. He gets closer but doesn't engage. we're going to go with the person that Song just hit in the chest with the Morning Star now, who's now all pretty much over here now.
I wish to take an attack of opportunity.
Uh, you hit them across the room already. I just forgot to move their piece.
Okay, my bad.
Yep. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. You're good. I should have clarified. Anyway, they grab a stool and attempt to throw it at you. Hooray!
And me?
Yes, at you.
Yep.
Retaliation is a bitch. Yeah, it's a definite hit. And
Okay.
then,
How much damage?
about to tell you. 3 plus 3, so wait,
I'm
3 plus 2, so that is 5.
That's a natural
I'm going
20,
to what? It is a natural 20?
isn't it?
That
It's
was
a
a nat 20, yeah.
crit.
Yeah, it is a nat 20, so he does crit damage.
Yep.
So he would roll double damage die. These guys are tavern brawlers, right? They have that feat.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just redo this. So that would be 2d4? Or just multiply the damage?
I personally like rolling 2 dice.
Okay, so that is going to be a 6 plus 3. Math is hard. 9 or 12, I don't know. Let's go 9.
So as they throw this chair at me, I'm going to extend my palm as this kind of shimmering, like the air begins to shimmer a little bit, like the heat rising off of a like a hot street. As this chair smashes against the shimmer, I am going to reduce the damage by that is 2 points of damage, so that's a 6.
Okay,
So
so
he
it's just
does-
back down. Yep.
Yep.
Just down to 6 again. Yep, you take 6 damage. The bar stool strikes you in the chest and shatters, sending you to the floor.
It would splinter against the shield in
Oh yeah, no. Oh yeah, never mind. You skid back, but the force of it just still does damage. Anyway. All right, now we go to Thrawn.
All right. For clarification, the sword, is it stuck in the post or did it just hit the post?
It hit the post.
Right. I attempt a one grapple with one hand. So
Try
my
to
free
grapple?
hand.
Okay.
Yes. Should I roll first or continue? What's my idea?
Explain to me your idea.
I attempt to grapple with my free hand before moving the sword back towards him and attempt to hit him. And as I do so, I essentially state, "Reza si ang tienes lengua."
I have no idea what the fuck that means.
Pray if you still have a tongue.
Oh, okay.
So in this world, Spanish is what languages are you speaking? Like so I know you're speaking Spanish. What uh
Race
language are
language.
you using? Yeah. Which race language are you using?
I guess would that just be common?
Yeah,
No.
more like just no.
Because common would be just basic English.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So you
what
could have
language do you speak? You speak Common, Dwarvish, and Elvish.
Spanish sounds
The
dwarvish to
dwarves
me.
are Spaniard.
Yeah, let's just say Dwarvish because that's funny.
the dwarves are Spaniards. Oh my god.
I thought they were Scottish.
Apparently not anymore. Well, the gnomes are Scottish, but not the dwarves apparently.
Hey, why do you think we
Well,
can build
dwarves
so
are Spaniards,
fast?
so-
Oh my god.
And the hobbits are Irish.
Wow. Yep. Anyway, you are now grappled with. Yeah, you are grappling with that person.
If I am not mistaken, a creature you are grappling, you have I think it gives you advantage on your attack roll, doesn't it?
It does.
As you're like pinning them down, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you also need to make like a strength check versus their strength
Yeah.
save.
Yeah. Roll me a strength check.
D20, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
D20.
Everything's d20 unless it's damage.
Correct.
And that 20 plus 3.
Yeah.
You know,
Not
you
him.
succeed.
Fuck that guy in particular.
Yeah, fuck that guy in particular. Yeah, you succeed in your grapple. Would you still like to attack with your sword?
Yes.
Okay, roll to hit then.
So D20, right? Or no, that's a
Yeah.
D8.
Does he have multi attack?
No. Roll to hit is a D20.
Okay. 3.
Is
I'm
grappling a
back.
free action or is it an action?
I believe. Let me double check this.
It should be an action. Rules is written.
I do think grappling is an action, yes.
Yeah, no, it is an action.
But
You
next
can
turn.
get an ability to allow you to grapple as an attack.
Yeah.
Next turn you will be
Actually-
able to
Yeah, no, so you are
Okay.
just grappled with that guy. So
Alright, so I
we'll
just grabbed
ignore
him
that.
first.
Yeah, you. Right. That is your action. We are now moving on.
I think grapple is. just
Who
an
do we
attack.
want to go next? Oh yes, the lady that went. That already went. Who did I have going after Thrawn last time?
think
This is why
Um,
third
I
order
think
is
it was
needed.
like this one maybe.
Actually no, I think it was just an AI turn, so we're just gonna have him move.
if I may make a recommendation, Max,
Yeah, go ahead.
having your monsters all on one turn probably make it easier on you,
Yeah, no, it would.
especially in groups. like
Anyway.
this.
Anyway,
Almost like bosses versus other
Yep.
things. Adds.
and now we go with Tucker. Oh, fuck.
I'm going to take out my bow and arrow and try to nail this guy in the knee. An attempt to aid Thrawn.
He
Seeing
used
that
to
he's
be
in
an
combat.
Got it.
adventurer.
Okay, got it. Roll me a hit die.
I used to be an adventurer like you,
D20?
and I took an arrow in the knee.
Used to
You
be
already
an
have you
adventure
on your
like
bow,
you,
so yeah,
but
click
no,
20.
9. That
Nine.
does not hit.
9 plus
Oh.
his ability modifier. How much
What's
is
your
your
ability
attack
modifier?
modifier?
Attack modifier. Where's that at?
Your attack modifier would be your dex. Wait.
So it's
Yeah.
dexterity.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily.
Yeah, not necessarily. Yeah.
If you go to your character sheet, go to are you on D&D Beyond?
I can be.
I don't think it tells you how much it does. So if you go to your character sheet, right under initiative, there is an attack box right there. It should tell you right there how much what your hit to hit bonus is.
Where's that at?
If you're on your actions tab.
There it is.
That's if you're in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, I have it on the app, but it's on the mobile.
Yeah, so on
It would be
mobile you
under
want to
actions.
scroll to actions.
Yep.
It'll be like
I'm pulling up.
2 more
I'm pulling
pages
up
to
his
the right.
profile right now.
I should have pulled this up on the computer tab.
You're already there. So action, longbow, Why is it not telling me?
Is it the +4? Is that what I'm looking for? I'm
Here, I'm
confused.
gonna go to D&D Beyond this real quick.
Yeah, I see.
Which character are we
It's
looking
plus
for?
2. He has or +2 for Pearson is what it says.
+2.
I guess. Is that what you're looking for? Or are you looking to determine which one he's using?
I'm just as confused.
Because that it does not show me on my side.
Which character
What's
is
the character's
going?
name?
Grimjaw the
Grimjaw.
Ranger
Grimjaw.
using longbow.
It's not even let me open up right there.
Action.
Yeah,
there we
just
go.
add your proficiency
2.
bonuses.
+2
+2.
for a
You
Dex
sure?
Ranger.
I'm looking
Yeah,
at his.
it's-
I'm looking at his. I'm looking at his D&D Beyond sheet. It's a +4.
Also, I was right. Okay.
Plus
So
4
it's,
to hit, plus 2 to damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
so
Okay.
it's a 13 to hit.
Yeah, no, that hits. Yeah. Okay, roll me damage.
Damage. Just reroll.
Remember, you still need to get your sheet onto the campaign, by the way.
1.
Wow,
I
okay.
already put it on there.
1 plus
Yeah.
2, that's 3.
That's 3, yep. Your eel sails through the
Oh,
air
it's on there.
and strikes
I'll see.
the man.
It's literally right on there.
He strikes the man
You want
just behind, just on the backside of his knee. The arrowhead piercing through the skin and poking out through the other side.
It's already is.
All right. That's Tucker, and now we have Song.
As this lady throws the chair at me and this like the storm of splinters kind of washes over me and like, cuts and scrapes over the visible portions of my body, I'm going to let out another hiss, and I am going to charge at the Dragonborn chick. I wish to use the chair here as some sort of as like a stepping stool to leap, as I see myself. I'm like on the smaller end of medium creatures. Like I'm barely a medium creature. So I'm going to I'm going to latch onto her head and just start wailing on her with these like claws. As I am making rabid animal noises.
So that would just be you're attacking with fists, correct?
Yeah, I am unarmed striking.
Okay. Roll
That
me
is a 14.
14. That hits. Roll me damage.
It is a flat. It is going to be a flat 3 damage.
Flat 3.
However,
Okay. Mhm.
how is this creature? How is this dragonborn chick looking? Is she looking kind of like? Is she kind of swaying? Is she like? Does she appear to be like hurting?
She is hurting. You did hit her in the chest with a meteor hammer.
She's
Okay,
bloody, when they say.
Yeah, she's more than likely bloodied as well as very winded.
I'm going to expend another psionic die as my claws are being propelled with my psionic rage. I am gonna roll another d6. I have a question. No, that is not making any sense. Never mind. She's gonna get an additional point of damage.
Okay, so that would be 4?
Yeah, 4 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah. You leap onto the Dragonborn and start fucking pounding her skull, scratching at her scales, somewhat chipping them in the process and drawing some blood. Jesus Christ on. And lastly, we have Cindy.
Is this person right here still trying to follow me?
Yeah, they're still trying to follow you.
I just look back at him. Oi, piss off! Fight this person right here. And then I walk
Roll me
myself.
persuasion.
Persuasion?
Oh,
I got
God.
you.
Yeah. Roll me persuasion for that. I want to see where this goes.
Clear d20.
Oh
Roll
no.
5.
And yeah, that doesn't do shit. He's
Well, I walk
guy
out of the
is-
bar.
Yeah, that guy's thoroughly unconvinced.
I'm fully like dashing out of the bar.
The battle's gonna start going outside this
Yeah,
way.
that is disengage. Got it. You disengage.
Well, dash. Double
Yeah,
movement.
you dash. Yeah. Okay. And that is the player turn. And now we also end the encounter.
He left the campaign after that.
Yep. All of a
What
sudden,
about,
That's all me, Siga.
What about Miss Antidote? Does she
let's
get another
do,
turn?
yeah, Antidote, let's do one more attempt to steal. Roll me stealth and then roll me sleight of hand.
2 of my.
Who do you want to steal from? Do you want to steal from one of your fellow players or do you want to steal from one of the NPCs?
Actually, first question: how much change did I steal from the first guy?
Oh, you stole about 10 silver pieces.
Okay,
Pocket change, basically.
okay. I'm not complaining. I just want to
You
know
al-
what to add.
Yeah, you also took a pen and a very old silver necklace.
I think the Dragonborn won't notice your pockets getting rummaged through.
Probably not. Yep. She's definitely way too busy. So roll me a stealth.
Wait, which one is that one?
This one over here.
The bandit.
This bandit. Okay, bet.
So stealth is going to be dex. Yeah, I'm gonna say she's too busy. Roll.
10.
Okay, your stealth check fails spectacularly. Uh, she doesn't quite notice you, but she swings an arm back and does end up. She swings an arm back and swipes at you while also trying to wrangle this very, very angry cat person off her head.
Okay.
Yeah. And now we end this encounter with a very, very simple thing. All of a sudden, down the street, you hear the blare of whistles and the thunder of footsteps. The constabulary has been called. Everyone in the bar makes a very, very hasty retreat into the night. And then
I don't know why we're running, but I'm having a great time, guys.
oh, you there! Stop! Stop in the name of the law!
You are violating the
I
law.
wasn't
Pay the
affiliated. I
fine.
don't know
I
why
hate
I'm
all of you.
running.
You did cast a spell.
There's no proof of that.
There's a scorch mark in the mantle of the bar.
I thought you said it said
Well, I'm
ablaze. I
surprised
think it's still on
there's no proof
fire.
that I cast that spell.
I said
I have
scorch.
no reason to run.
So will you guys like to leave the bar, or would you like to? Well, would you like to run from the law, who will more than likely arrest you?
Well, my question is,
Mhm.
is Thrawn going to grab a very still pissed off what the fuck did I name my character? Sorry.
Sue me.
Kasumi by the scruff of her neck as she's like licking the blood off of her claws.
Okay, ya los vamos.
All right.
Max, I have a question for you.
Yeah. What up?
Being the kind of race that I am, do I like my
Mm-hmm.
chances of a random town guard walking in here and not?
You are an elf. No.
No, I
You may
don't
wanna
like my
leave.
chances.
You would not
Well,
like your chances.
okay, well, also,
Yeah.
Max, not only am I an elf, I'm an elf that no one has probably seen before.
You would more than likely be taken in for questioning. A very, very much
Alright,
a
I'm out
hassle.
of here.
Yep. You were there at the scene
Thank
of
you.
a really weird crime, so yeah, you would be taken in for questioning.
All I know is
Yep,
I
stop.
left before the bells rang.
I'm gonna guess Morrow, Tucker, and as well as Antidote all leave as well.
Yep.
I'm
All right.
out of here.
Yep. Take your little things, place them somewhere safe so for later, so I can change the map and we won't it won't look as weird.
I'd like to shape change back to Baxi on my way out. If I
Okay.
could.
All right. Case port.
Hello, random age.
All right. All of you run and break for the hills, but somehow all of you end up running in the exact same fucking direction outside the city and to a nearby inn on the road. Out just right.
We went to one bar to the other bar.
Just right here. Yeah, no, it's not a bar, it's an inn.
You can
I mean,
press
it makes
tab and you
sense.
put an arrow on the field.
Oh God.
This is bad.
So
This
I'm
is a bad
assuming
idea.
we went from here to here.
Well, no. Here.
Okay,
here.
that's fair.
Yeah.
So we're here. We're right
Yep.
here, right?
All of you reconvene outside of a small inn on the outskirts of town near a small just on the edge of a forest with the smell of manure and cow manure in the air.
I wish to walk up to the bard. I think it was the bard who
Yep.
who healed me when I
Kobold,
first
yes.
got punched. The kobold bard. Being my character is of the visually disabled kind, disadvantaged kind. She's going to walk up to you, walk up to you. Her eyes kind of staring like past you,
Over my head.
like over your head. She's going to say, "I thank you for your assistance at the bar fight. They caught me quite by surprise, and you didn't have to."
Yeah, it was fun.
I agree. That was
Not
very
so fun
funny.
for you. We need to get home.
As this, you said that was the Eladrin speaking, right?
Yes.
As you walk up, she's going to sniff the air, and that is a very peculiar. Fuck,
Peculiar.
I can't say it in the accent. You know what I mean.
I'll say the
Um,
accent's stopping.
That it's a very unusual smell. I haven't smelled something like that in a long time. You, sir, who are you?
No, I wouldn't think you would have.
You reek of the Fae.
Your nose
Oh.
is sharp.
Yeah, I don't exactly have my eyes. My other senses have to accommodate. It's been a long time since I've met somebody else that has the same illustrious birthplace.
I don't think we have the same birth. I know you're right. You're sensing it.
You there, Mister Tall Guy? It smells like reptile.
Me?
Which
Yes.
one?
There's a kobold who is really short, and there's that big one over there that smells like that smells like lizard.
They both smell like lizard.
Well, yeah, he's short though. This one's tall.
One smells like swamp water. The other smells like
Wait,
sulfur.
You can smell height.
And then the other one smells like they actually bathed themselves. Like,
I can't smell height, but as a warrior of myself, I have developed keen ability to tell how big my opponent is based
Is there-
off the. Go on.
Sorry, go ahead.
Based off of the air that they move.
Intriguing.
Fascinating.
Is there a
You're.
quotes channel? I want a quotes channel.
Oh my god.
I will make one later.
Okay.
What's your name, big fella?
Ravern.
Pleasure to meet you. I am Kasumi.
Nice to meet you too.
I appreciate you assisting my my brother in taking down that big ugly guy.
That's pretty
Anytime.
mildly.
What?
Did you incite that man? Was there a reason that he decided to introduce his fist to your face at such a velocity?
Oh, no. I guess I was just in the way, but he started that fight. I finished it.
I would like to insight check that.
You want an inside check? Roll inside.
Being I am not lying, do you want me to
Yeah,
roll a
Yeah.
persuasion?
Oh, I should
Persuasion?
put it. I didn't remember.
Okay, persuasion.
7.
Which dice would that be?
The
It's in
first
front of
one
me.
that pops up.
Oh,
The first one that pops up, 7.
Yeah.
that is
able
a
to-
4.
Ooh.
Okay. In that case, well, you can discern that she is indeed telling the truth. However, you are not entirely sure how much of it is true.
I will just very slightly narrow my eyes at her and just go, alright, fine.
As they're all
Alright, fine.
talking,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like leaning against the wall, counting the coin that the guy gave me. Did he short me at all or anything?
No.
Okay.
I heard
As you're
a
counting your
stranger
coin, I'm gonna look over at it and be like,
I've
"Oh no, I
never
forgot
heard
my
of a
money
potion
bag!"
in all my years of- I've never heard of a potion in all my years of studying of the arcane arts to do exactly what you claim it to do.
What do you mean?
I think I know a snake oil salesman when I see one.
Listen, I never said that it did it in a favorable way.
No. No, you didn't. That being said,
Then again,
think
most of my
you can
potions
figure out
are
at least how
fairly
you-
experimental.
After Song's character gives her little thanks, that's when my character walks up to Grimjaw and he essentially goes, Mi espada es tuyo cuando la tormenta llegue. Thank you.
My character just tilts his head, going, "The fuck."
Don't listen to him. He hit his head. He hit his head a little too hard when he was born, if you know what I mean.
Damn.
Oh, and then without skipping a beat, he said thank you.
Okay then. Is that all the
This
interactions we
makes
want to have, Anna? Do you want anything to do with the party right now?
I do a little observing
Okay, you do a little observing.
from uncomfortably close.
You wonder what-
I like the idea that we just like turn and look, and she's just staring at us.
She's just like
Lean
over my
away.
shoulder, looking into the coin bag.
She's just like right here.
Hey, how you doing there, honey?
Like over my shoulder, looking into the coin bag. Like, can I
Alright,
help you?
Anna, would
Hey,
you
you got
like to
anything? You
roll
got games on
anything if
your
that's the
phone?
case? Anna,
No,
would
I
you
won't
like to
steal
roll
anything.
anything?
No, no.
You
I'm
don't want to
just- I'm
steal
just
anything,
hanging
but
out.
you are looking. Got it.
Can I
Well,
help
you know the
Liz?
kobold broke.
They look, so
The
yeah.
kobold very broke.
I don't think these guys have anything worth stealing, but I'm hanging
And
out.
then the Eladrin is dressed in like clothes that don't look quite right. They look the style none of you have probably ever seen.
Same with the alchemist dragonborn. He looks like not of this land.
You both smell strange.
I'm sorry
Can
I
we-
bathed myself with proper soap.
It's been a long few days. I have not had a chance to bathe as regularly as I can. And then he looks down and sees like a bit of dust on his like his coat, and just prestidigitations it away so it's clean.
Could we, describe our characters too? Now that we're
Yep,
kind
cool.
of.
Yeah, go ahead. You guys now have the chance.
My
Did you
description.
want to do? Did you guys want to do the same order that we did for like introducing our characters?
Start at
Yep, you can.
Etheron at the top, Black Wolf,
Yep.
Cody, Max, me.
Well, I'm
Yep.
not describing what I look like. You guys already know what I look like. I am a formless figure. In
You
the
are
shadows.
God.
You
Yes.
are the schizophrenia in my brain as I turn
Right,
violent as the sun goes down.
Hey God,
like
it's
this.
me, ya boy.
The rides never ends.
Anyways,
Was my character as he's just dusting off his his kind of trench cloak. It has the reminiscence of a old and worn privateer, dark color blue appearance with a worn beige interior coat. Underneath is just an additional blue button-up shirt, and then towards his lower pants and boots is all wrapped up in belts and straps with pouches, and as well as a satchel on his right hip. His face covered by a blue bandana as he wears a brass and almost like gold colored goggles over his eyes.
Is it my turn or?
yep.
I'm gonna guess yes.
Based on the type, right?
Okay.
Mhm.
Excuse me. My character's wearing well-worn armor, and he's slightly dirtied from not being able to bathe for a while, but clean enough where he's more comfortable to walk around in town and stuff like
Smelly boy.
Zepastad.
that. Yup. He has primary of black fur that has a orange stripe going from top of his head down to his tail, and then blue tipped feathers for his main colors, at least for his main body. And other than that, that's pretty much it.
My character looks like that in general. It's a black dragon kobold that wears a skull of some kind of creature, probably a goat or goat-ish. But it does have a cool staff that is shaped like a hand gripping a skull, and there's a little candle inside it.
So in other words, you look like a homeless person behind a Walmart.
Yes.
All right, Cindy.
This is my character. The large token on the field.
Yo, why they got that Borderlands graphics?
Yeah, no, he looks like a character out of Borderlands.
Goddamn, what kind of potion did you drink to make you like a fucking big ass trask?
Experimental potion. It's growth serum, I guess. I don't know. But yes, that is my character. In its entirety.
So, Kasumi is pretty short, probably like 4'8", maybe. She's pretty tiny. She's on the smaller end of a medium-sized creature. She has these tall, almost fennec-like fox ears. They are covered in blonde fur. She has this kind of dirty blonde hair, and her eyes are colorless and kind of hazy, very unfocused. And that's horrifying. That's a horrifying image. She has a tattoo over her eye, and she's wearing this kind of, like, I guess, combat fatigue, with these very thick chains that kind of crisscross and wrap around her body, and a very the same colored tail that probably extends, that's probably like a majority of her height is in her tail. And this is what she looks like. That's the picture that I am using. That is my character.
Nice.
Yes. And now we go to our boy Cyrus.
Cyrus is a rather tall, eladrin man, light blue skin, long, like bluish hair with like little streaks of white in it. He is kind of looking all like not quite down his nose at you, but he is very sure of himself, very confident, dressed in like Victorian clothes, almost exactly the same outfit that in the picture I just posted. Just there's no raven. He has like a very looks like an old, worn, tattered black book that he is very carefully keeping in his side.
All right.
Oh, he's also got like a cane, but he's not leaning on the cane. But it's he's got a cane walking stick. He's got one there.
All right.
God damn you, Cindy.
What did Cindy do?
Cindy, you bitch.
I was thinking that in my fucking head, and I've been holding it back.
That is mean. Okay. And now, to introduce our late arrival, Antidote, please introduce
No.
your character and what they look like.
The
I've
prodigal
been
son returns.
occupied.
And those characters just woke up.
After
Yeah.
stealing.
Right now,
She's been here the whole time.
I'm always here and always watching. Or now I look like a tabaxi, just a cat, around medium size, probably like 5'6", just really average human size, but cat with a white and orange pattern. Kind of just wearing default like commoner clothing.
So you look poor.
Yes, I do. I look
Entirely
suspiciously average
hiding in plain sight.
Yes.
for a cat.
Completely out of character. This is just my curiosity. You don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Are you a changeling?
Yes.
Nice. I fucking love changelings. They're like my favorite. They're like my second
Yes.
favorite race.
Yeah, she always plays a changeling rogue, and half the time she just plays as a cat.
Fuck it. I feel like
I've
playing a
played other
dwarf today.
things. And by other things, I mean also rogues. But anyways,
Rogues
I
of
promise
different
not to be the
names.
default rogue. I promise to actually try and do stuff instead of being annoying.
Instead of just stealing all and sundry.
Hey,
I mean, my
I won't
plan was to
steal.
be
I
annoying.
won't steal from you guys.
that's all that matters. Being a good rogue, the bar is like really low.
Listen, if
Yeah.
the bagman shows up, you
Fine,
gotta
yeah.
steal from the bagman.
Who the fuck is the
Jim,
bad man?
no!
The bag man.
Anyway, I'm guessing that is it for the player encounter, or rather the player interactions. Or would you guys like to continue?
I don't have anything else I want to say.
Okay.
My money.
Actually, I have a question. The aristocrat, Flump. What are you reading the book right now? Are you do you have it in your possession?
Not actively. It's like tucked under my arm, and as you look at it, I just do like put it in almost like a not a holster at my hip, but like a carrier that like I'm putting it away and just kind of like resting an arm on it. I'm not actively reading it at the current moment. I'm more just putting it away.
I see. Okay, I
And
was just
if you were
curious.
paying attention back at the bar, this is the same book that I was writing in back then. That is still
She wasn't here when
sitting right
when
there.
you were doing that.
I didn't know. How would I know? I know. She's was hiding, doing sneaky shit. I
You
didn't
never
see it.
know. She could have just rolled really high on her stealth check, and we would have never known she was
She could have
here.
been there the
That's
whole
fair. Yeah,
time,
let's just say
Matt.
that. Anyway,
She was there the whole time.
Is there
Like,
any
she
like
rolled-
fancy herbs around or anything? Like possible ingredients, one may say.
roll me investigation or
Investigation.
perception, or perception.
Investigation works. It's +5. I hope I roll high for once. 9 + 5, whatever that math is.
5. That would be a 14. You don't notice anything too out of the ordinary. You do notice things like thistle and maybe the odd berry bush, but nothing out of the ordinary.
Hmm. Need more exotic ingredients.
Yes. Anyway, the night begins to wind down, and as all of you stand outside of the inn, the door swings open and a figure steps out. An elderly-looking gentleman, wise beyond his years, hunched over with a cane in hand. You there? I take it you need a place to stay?
Be nice.
Well, you lot.
I'm kind of sick of.
This would be much
I don't know about you.
Depends on the
Would be
cost,
much
really.
appreciated.
Cost will be simple, I promise you that. Or rather, it would be quite cheap. This place is all I have left of it is, well, an old friend of mine. So come. Come inside, warm your bones at the fire. Tomorrow we can discuss costs.
Does buying a room count as a non-magical item?
What?
Would buying a room count as a
Yeah.
non-magical item? I want you to rethink what you just said.
No. It's a very valid question.
This
doesn't.
involves my discount.
It does not count as a non-magic. It counts as a non-magical item.
Yeah.
I know you're fucking.
Who the fuck is this?
Listen, I'm asking if you pay the one on Ristic Study, alright?
No, you never pay the one. Fuck you. I'm gonna kill you before you get any use out of it, Sydney. You fuck.
Mister, I don't think we got your name.
Oh, I'm just old man Joe. No, please come in. Come in. promise.
Mr. Old Man, you wouldn't happen to have job board around here, would you?
There isn't. I do not have one outside the tavern, but there is one at the guild hall, just down by the docks.
No. Thank you.
Possible, yes, possible to miss. If I'm being quite honest, possible to miss.
Well,
Yes.
it is quite possible as I wave my hand in front of my face.
Tough.
That's exactly that's exactly the character archetype I'm going for.
Well, young lady, I will have you know that I am also particularly blind, but I still make my way around. Now come. The fire is still roaring, and there's food to be had, and you, I can tell, need sleep.
Very well. Let's just go ahead and walk on in.
Okay.
He
One
seems
by
trustworthy enough.
one by one, each of you enter into the inn. The door not slamming. The door swinging closed behind you softly. And time passes slowly as night passes into day. Yeah. Give me a second. There you go.
God, I've been banished.
Yep.
There's no reason for
This
that,
will
right?
count as a long rest, so roll. Yeah.
Like the button that says long rest.
Yeah. Clicking on D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
I effectively lost 0 resources. So
I'm presuming it was at max HP.
All right. Yep.
Yep.
'Kay.
I think the only time you roll hit die is if it's a short rest and you need to regain hit points.
short rest,
There's
or
also
there
a
are
spell
some,
that lets you.
and there are like a couple features that require hit die roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all want to hear something interesting that I just realized?
What's that?
2024 version changed it so both Cure Wounds and Healing Word double the dice.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, so
The
instead
hit
of
die?
1d8, it's 2d8.
Oh wow. Okay. That's
In
cool.
in what is it like when you're upcasting, or is it just like, is it now just 2d8 base?
It's now just 2d8, and then if I upcast it, it's 48.
That's
Oh,
that's gross.
see,
That
that's
is
when I
busted.
would use 2024 rules.
Yeah, no, I was
Anyway.
casting the spell, and then I thought about it. I'm like, wait, isn't it 1d8? Is there something that's letting me do that? Because my subclass, and I looked, and I'm like, no, and I like Google it, and I'm like, oh shit, okay.
Max, how many empty flasks would you allow me to have at the current
How
time?
many did I say before? I don't
You
remember
didn't.
if I told.
You didn't specify.
Okay. Let's go with 4 for
4?
now. Yeah. All right. Warning: the night passes in today, and all of you are awakened by the harsh call of a gull at your window.
Nevermore.
I'm never do that again.
Didn't
What
even hear
happened?
it, so you're good.
Yeah, we didn't hear it.
No, I'm not doing it.
Your
Yeah.
your parents are probably really fucking concerned for your mental well-being.
None
They
of
are.
you guys heard it because it was outside my window specifically.
No.
I'm
I
the
didn't
one who
specify
gets
what
the
kind of
call.
rooms you guys got.
Oh
I assumed
boy.
I just slept on the
Threw us in
couch.
the dungeon, bro.
Nope.
So for character purposes, are we all sharing a room?
All of you are in a bunkhouse basically, or a
We're in
common
the attic.
basically a common sleeping area.
So before everybody is settling in, my character would have would have like just poofed into a into a fennec fox. Would like just poof in a ball of smoke is what I will say, because I'm not a caster. I can't. Yeah, I'm not a caster. So, I will specifically will have that seagull crowing out, cawing at the window. I would have attempted to like leap at it and just smash face first into the glass.
I 100% flipped the bed and mattress over, turned it into some weird kind of lean-to, and slept under that.
Okay.
Immediately upon waking,
Thank you. Yep. Thank
I
you,
just
Cynthia.
check to see if the book is still there.
The book is still there. Yep. As morning comes and all of you are awoken rudely by the gull, there is a soft knock at your door. Not the rasp of a hand, but of something more solid. Like a stick, a piece of wood. May I come in, young ones?
I will have turned back into my humanoid form at this point. And would kind of like having my hands out in front of me, like when what her name, Daphne, I think is her name. Velma loses her glasses. That's exactly how I would kind of walk to the door.
Velma.
Yeah. And would open it. Well, hi, old man Joe. How can we help you?
I was just coming in to check in on all of you and say breakfast is ready. And once you have eaten, we can discuss costs.
I would nod, and we will be down in just a moment.
Yes, of course. I will see you all down there soon. He then closes the door. He then closes the door, and you can hear his soft footfalls echoing down the hall before disappearing entirely as he ventures back into the common area of the tavern of the inn itself.
How much you lot want to
I
bet that the cost is going to be we do a quest for him and not actually coin?
I hope so. I don't have any money. Can I borrow some money?
Not for me.
Would you like to buy a potion? I've made this just tonight. Today.
Don't.
Mr. Small Scaly One, because you did me such a favor, I feel only fair to return favor. And
I did you a favor?
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I did you a favor?
Yeah, you healed me back at the bar fight.
I did?
Yes, and she'd kind of tilt her head.
Do you
Okay.
not know what spells you cast?
Just kind of look at you, one eye blink, then the other.
Upon hearing the you do not know what spells you cast, my eye would twitch a little bit, and would make almost a visible effort to kind of console myself. I don't know if that's the right word I'm looking for, but it'll be the one that I use. We should.
The Eladrin looks at you and goes, "Frankly, I'm surprised I can cast spells."
Well, that's quite rude.
We should get down and get breakfast before it gets cold.
Food! Jump, like, burst out of my tent, basically, my lean-to, and run at the door. I hope it's open.
And I look at Cindy, and I don't even think he noticed what I said. Singular focus.
I think his intelligence is quite low as he runs into the door.
Smacks in the door, grabs the door, opens it, runs down the stairs, misses the last couple of steps.
Brother, my feet are quite. I am having trouble seeing today. Could I have some help getting downstairs?
See, he just grabs her and just
Hold
puts
on.
her on top.
Take my cane. Oh, never mind. There you go.
Oh.
Cyrus will pick his coat up, put his coat on, dust himself off, check to see if the book is still there, grab his cane, walk downstairs.
My character just grabbed the little feline and put her on his upper shoulders to sit on.
I am not feline. We had discussed this.
What's the difference?
Oprah just being one of the last ones out, says to the blind cat, you know, you fight pretty well for a blind person. And
Wait,
you're
you guys
having
forgot
trouble
antidote.
seeing? I said one of the last people.
There we go.
I expected Antidote to be the last one.
I have been blind for a long time. I have been fighting every single day since I was little cub.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What the fuck is a baby fox called?
Macabre.
Pop.
Oh,
They are a pup or kit. Kit or a pup. was gladiator in arena in what's the biggest city in this archipelago?
Usfeld.
I don't know how to pronounce that, so I'm just gonna say what he said.
Look at
Hmm.
the fucking Lord Knock.
Even if I look at it, I won't know how to pronounce it. Okay, like get off me, bro.
You verbally said it,
It
and they
se-
still don't know how to pronounce it.
It seems as if God does speak for you as well. As I just continue walking down.
I imagine like she's like looking at you. She's like fully turned around on Thrawn's shoulder, just talking to you as we're like walking downstairs. But yes, it was quite the famous gladiator back in Big City.
Mm-hmm.
Antidote, anything you want to do or say before you head downstairs?
Is there anything left in the room?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh no.
She's just stealing everything. She's just stealing
Not nailed
all and
down.
sundry.
She's
Yeah.
she's gonna say the toiletries.
I'm pretty sure I'm still in the room too.
5 plus, what is that?
Was it perception?
Yeah, it'd be perception in this case because you're just looking.
That's a 6 then.
A 6? Oh. You don't notice anything besides the bed sheets and the pillows.
And the fucking
Unfortunate.
mess.
The window that was slammed into. How big is that?
The window slammed into?
The bird that I was trying to get and slammed into the
Oh,
glass
yeah,
when we
that.
first woke up.
Yeah.
It's just like your average window. Like symmetrical 4x4.
Okay. I follow the others downstairs.
As you guys make it downstairs, you come upon the common area of the inn. A very cozy but somewhat desolate place, as if you are the only people currently at the inn. By the hearth, sitting before a large pot, is Old Man Joe, with a stirring spoon in hand, his cane resting on his lap. Welcome, welcome. I hope all of you slept well. Today's meal is a hearty stew, blackened fish, seaweed broth, and salted bread. Now please, come, have your share, and we will talk.
Kasumi would take her bowl of her share, and I almost imagine myself lapping it up like how a cat or a dog would eat. Yeah.
Okay.
Y'all ever seen the video of the baby cow just sticking its face in the bucket of milk?
Yeah, and it pulls it out and just sprays the fucking water, the milk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Is
my
that what you
cold right
do?
now.
Oh,
The old man doesn't realize it, but he's like face first or like head first in the fucking the cauldron.
Do any of you want to do something silly as well, or are you just grabbing your food?
Ophorus chooses not to grab any food and just sits down.
My character grabs some food and my character sits down, sits next to Songbrook's character eating his food.
What were you saying, Flump?
Oh, my character sits down very prim, very proper, back straight, perfect manners. Pure Victorian.
Tucker and Antidote, I'm guessing y'all just grab food and don't do anything really special.
Mine would be just kind of sticking his face as if he's drinking water like an actual dinosaur.
Jesus Christ. It's not that big.
Well, if you think about it, Tucker's character doesn't have the throat muscles to swallow, so he has to use gravity to have the food travel down his
Yeah.
throat.
Yeah,
So
that's
that makes
fair.
perfect sense to me because birds are also the same way. They don't have the throat muscles to swallow without looking straight up at the sky.
He has the tongue, just not the throat muscles.
Yep. And lastly, antidote. I'm guessing you're just grabbing food, not doing anything special.
Is there anything notable just in this area, just like about this guy? I guess.
Roll me another perception check.
10.
Okay, that's actually kind of better. You notice that the man is somewhat finely dressed. His walking stick, however, is mostly just a tangled root of blackthorn. Nothing entirely special, but there's something about him that you just can't quite place.
Is the room dusty?
The room is a little dusty. Yes.
Okay. I'll just grab some bread.
Okay. Now then, now that you all have had your food, now it's time to discuss the cost. Now then, you've no doubt noticed that this place is not exactly, well, it is homely, but there's not too many people here, sadly. If I'm being quite honest, this place has been a bit on the down lately. However, I've made do with what I can. And however, there is still the cost of your food and your bed. For all of you, I will say this. It will cost you 10 silver pieces altogether. Not too much, not too... So collectively, all of you would pay 10 silver. The food, however, free of charge this time around. However, I do have one stipulation. I have a task for you. One that you must go to the guild to get the other information for. It is a simple job, of sorts, with a somewhat decent reward from the guild. A simple delivery mission. One that must be done if things are to go as planned in my life. Do you accept?
I don't have any money.
Yes, I did hear you last night that you said you didn't have money, young one. That is fine, though. This will recoup the costs of sorts.
Okay.
I would kind of
You
go on. I would look in Thrawn's direction and say, we were looking for work, so this is perfect. Brother, uh, I feel like these people are quite capable. I would not say no to working together more.
Agreed.
If you would have a blind woman and my brother here accompany you.
I've met stranger folk in my time.
Any
Max.
of you? Sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask Max, how do I load a STL file?
Are you trying to load your character?
Yeah.
Okay, just send the file to me and I'll do it.
Okay.
Do any of you have objections of working together?
Seeing as
Not
none of
quite.
them are dirt broke. Aside from the swindler.
I'm not a swindler, I just make potions that are experimental.
You have them sign contract, right? Acknowledging that fact.
There is no contract, everything is done freely.
I have lawyer friend who absolutely loves making contracts like that.
I think I am about right. Regardless, in regards to the job, it will really depend on how far we would need to travel.
Where would we need to be? Go on.
If we were to be working together, you may call me Dane.
Pleasure to meet you, Dane.
Give me a second.
Where do we deliver package to?
That you'll have to go to the guild to. I do not have the package in my possession. They do. However, I am the one who commissioned it.
Do you know where we're going?
Yes, somewhat. It's just up the cove, the next town over, not too far.
It
No.
should be easy then.
Yes. However, there is one other thing I must ask. Are any of you, hey, members of the guild?
Wouldn't happen to be fighter guild, would it?
No, the adventurers guild.
No.
They no.
Land, I'm not.
I see. Well, give me one moment. He then stands up from his chair, well, from his place at the fire, going to a small lectern or counter, his hand reaching behind it before pulling a bundle of papers. He sets them down in front for all of you to see. See, I am one of the older patrons of the guild. Have been since I was a bit on the younger side of things. These would be your authentication, I suppose you could say. Would allow you to act as members of the guild.
Oh, like you'll be sponsor, yes?
Yes, of sorts.
Thank you.
Yes. However, I would watch out for some of the members of the guild, especially the newer breed. They are very hot-headed and do not know their own strength. And Thron, I cannot get your file.
Oh, it doesn't work.
That's not working. Here, let me try again.
With STLs, you might need to do it a little bit differently.
Yeah, no, if it's an STL, I will have to load it differently. Yep, so that is something I'm going to figure out later. So, now then.
Convert into an object file, and then it can work.
Now then. With that said and done, I would hope you all enjoyed your stay here. And may fortune go with you on your job. Old Man Joe then walks away, ascending back up the stairs, presumably to where he rests and resides, leaving all of you alone.
As he walks away, can I do a sort of arcana check on him to see if he possesses any sort of magical capabilities with him or his staff?
Sure.
Fucking 11.
His staff is not any magic. It's not magic in nature. To you, he is just an old man. A old human man.
Who smells like gingerbread for some reason.
He is
Yes.
absolutely the ghost of the founder of the Adventurers Guild.
I like that theory.
That would be actually really nice.
The gingerbread might be the honey coming out of my alchemy jug.
Oh, I do like honey.
Well, that's what I'm currently eating. I did not
Alchemy
want
jug?
to take part, but yes, alchemy
Nail?
jug. No, honey,
Nail?
honey.
Can I have mail?
Why would you even want that?
I love it.
You are a peculiar creature. We should make haste to the Adventurers Guild and find out where this package is going.
Very
Good
well.
idea.
As we're walking, I guess we should probably come up with some sort of name for our party. Because I'm sure they're gonna want to know who to attribute it to.
Is that how things work?
I was once adopted by a group called the Wayward Swords. They were fun. You're welcome.
Consider you pretty wayward.
And what happened to them?
They left me at their manor and I wandered off.
Of course you
It's
did.
quite sad.
That sounds about right.
Of course you did.
I remember what this character is now. I
yeah,
fucking
no.
hate you, Maro.
I hate. I already figured it out.
No, you
I
don't
hate
know.
you.
It's an inside
Fair-
thing.
No, you don't know
Care-
shit.
Care to enlighten the players who are not on the joke?
It's
So-
less than on a joke, more. The Wayward Swords was the last D&D party that me and Maro were a part of.
And there was a character, or one of my characters adopted a goblin,
You're not a goblin.
and we left it at our manor to protect.
Um,
Creature.
Well, it can't be on the nose.
I am quite bad with coming up with names.
Oh, they just
Aye.
called me Cobb, so I would go by Cobb.
But
Do we need a name? Or can we just get going?
we should think of it on the way.
We could call ourselves the Nomads.
Of nowhere.
Nomads is not bad.
We need a mascot as well.
Accurate.
Canada's the mascot.
No, I was thinking Cobb's
Excuse me.
mascot.
Upon the comment of the mascot, I just point at Cobb and say nothing.
I do think Cobb is good mascot.
Very energetic, one
I
might
don't
say.
think we're gonna-
He's
I think
quite
he's chosen
humorous.
for us.
Which way is the which direction is the
Yeah, where are we
Sure.
the
going?
guild?
They
So
said
you-
old man said Adventure Guild was at docks.
Yeah, but would it be like this dock down here, these docks over here?
I assume the main one. But he said we can't miss it. But you know, uh, it
Maybe
might be
it's my
kind of hard to find it.
incompetence.
Hell, there's even a dock over here.
Well, you can start
the
swimming. I'm
fuck
gonna
up.
go in the,
Fucking
the general
asshole.
direction.
I want to try this building here. That's what calls to me.
I just go try to find where a sign that says Adventurers Guild is.
This way. Actually, you know what? On the way in, I'm going to ask one of the constables and say, excuse me, sir or ma'am, would you be able to point us in the direction of Adventurers Guild?
Yeah, of course. It's down by the wharf, just across from the the prison. which
Okay.
which is that little tower out there in the harbor. Yeah, it's also next to the church.
Brother, do you see where he's pointing?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh,
Listen,
let's make haste then.
Do they have like a blindfold on to like signify that they're blind, or is it just like blind eyes?
Blind eyes.
Okay.
All right. You guys traverse the city. You guys traverse the small city. See, the streets filled with people looking. Uh, the streets filled with people. Little shops and kiosks. Yep, little shops and kiosks buzzing with activity. And as you make it to the wharf, the strong smell of seaweed and fish. With ships docked on each of the piers, awaiting to be unloaded to be unburdened of their cargo or to set sail for the horizon.
As we're walking through the shopping district, Kasumi is going to immediately pull out like a scarf or like a handkerchief, and like just shove her nose into it as the smell of fish and seaweed are overwhelming her senses a little bit. And she just kind of groans from the there's just how noisy this area is as well. We should we should we should really make haste through here. I'm going to get headache, and my brother can attest. You don't want to see me with headache.
While standing next to the Tabaxi Rogue. Oh, look, shinies! As I point at, I'm assuming some kind of jewelry stand or something.
Yeah, you guys
no,
would be right around here. So let me get the placeholder.
Max, how much longer we going for?
Shinies.
Shinies.
Look at
Shiny
them!
stuff.
What were you saying,
Shiny.
Plum?
How much longer we going for?
When do you guys want to end?
Never.
When do we
Really
want to
midnight,
end?
so-
Never. When does our bodies want to end? Soon.
Yeah, probably soon.
I think the Adventure Guild, when we get there, would be a great place to leave off.
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. You guys
Too bad we're
continue.
gonna do a half-hour detour right here and steal some.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
let's
about to
do
go
that.
haggle at the shop real quick.
Let's do that next time. All right.
Shopping episode session 1.
Yeah. As you guys march past the open market, you come upon a. Wait 1 second. You come across a little, well, a rather large building connected to a wooden or stone bridge leading out to the sea. It is a little on the gamey side, quite a little ramshackled, but it is very homely and like the tavern. And as you draw closer, someone is thrown out of one of the windows, sending glass shards all over the place. The body skids across the ground to your feet, and that is when we'll end this session.
I didn't do it.
All right, that
great.
was
I'm gonna go to bed.
yep. Yeah, please do. If you guys have any like critiques for me, please DM me. Yeah. Again, I'm a little on the rusty side, and truth be told, I actually didn't set anything up for this campaign for this first session. I totally forgot. One second.
Understandable.
That intro narration was like
Was peak.
Like I said,
that was like movie quality intro.
like I said, I used to want to do voice acting, so it's just me
So-
being me.
Before anything, right now, go save the game.
I will.
That way,
Well, I need to do one more thing, which is import Tucker's little thingamajig. Then I'll save it.
Bronze.
Yay!
Oh, no, both of theirs.
Yeah, look, here's mine.
Y'all are gonna make me go make a Hero Forge character, aren't you?
Yes.
I'm
can
not
if you
forcing you.
want.
Do that, and then you pay $8 to get the Unity object file.
That's just like that's so silly, but I suppose that's how they make their money.
It's highway robbery, more like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Alright,
it could be
shit.
more.
I mean,
Do
the
it, the
actual,
clickers.
like, printed, like, if you want a bronze statue of it, $21. Or no, $100 plus 21 if it's XL. Or,
And
like,
now
classics,
I
$20.
Go ahead and save.
That's why I just 3D print my own shit.
What?
I mean, I bought a couple minis off of them. Or the file.
STLs used to be free from them. I don't know why they made it paid.
I never experienced the free STLs from them.
I did. That's how I got, Vico.
Like I said,
I know their
that
STLs
ends,
used to be cheaper.
that ends the session. Cindy and Morrow, I will input all your character information onto the little sheets of paper you got.
Mine's already on there.
Oh, you already did that? Then Morrow,
I
I'll just
started
have to
to.
do that for you.
Okay.
So, yeah, any feedback you guys want to give me?
I personally think that combat encounter shouldn't have ended like I guess so soon.
Yeah.
I personally would have reduced the amount of enemies and had us get closer to like winning or losing that combat.
Okay.
Um Other than that, I don't think I have anything that's like immediate. Oh, the combat tracker that should be
Yep.
So there is
We-
a thing I noticed
I
behind the
actually
DM
have,
screen.
there is one. I just forgot to put all that information in.
Yeah. Like, honestly, you should probably, like, bring whatever this is out into the field. That way we can see it.
It's not quite a combat tracker, it's a character tracker. So this basically with this I can track what's going on with your characters.
Yeah,
if
but
I may make a suggestion.
Yep.
If there's no like built-in tracker, would it I think it might be advisable to make little like little notes. I know there's a little notebook or note thing over here, the notepads.
Yep.
You could have like our names and kind of space them out right here. Oh shit, I didn't think they were the big ass.
I mean, you can scale shit, so.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
scale
but
it.
have our names there and then use that to kind of like move them around with combat stuff.
Yeah. There is another way to do it. I do have the mod for it, oddly enough. I don't know if it works anymore though. Here. Additive load. Import. Import.
What, Mochi?
Or-
What you want, baby?
What I'm spawning right now is the actual like tracker.
It's broken.
Yeah, it's broken right now. I can't use it.
We could either have do that little card system like you would in like a physical tabletop, or we could have somebody responsible for tracking it like outside of like on the Discord.
He has, like, a sticky pad over here.
Yep.
It's behind his
Um,
DM screen. But,
Here, I will change y'all's thing to spectator real quick so you can see it. Nope, not change team. Change cooldown.
that's just, we can't see anything regardless.
Okay, never mind. I'll just set all of you to DM if it allows me. No, it won't. I'll screenshot and just show you that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of my only gripe was the fact that like it was just kind of really confusing who was going when and where.
Yeah, trust me, I confused myself.
A lot of it's just learning the
For me, it's
system of
relearning.
the game. Whatever
Yeah,
the
for me, it's
thing is.
relearning.
Honestly, if we, like, move one of the people to, like, this side table right here, And then we can have like the combat tracker on like a platform right here, like on the table.
You could have all of our names on like a sticky note and store them. So all you have to do is pull them out and then add the monster initiatives.
Yep.
And then sort them that way.
Yep. No, I will do that going forward.
Other than that, I thought you did an amazing job. I really liked like how we all interacted with each other, and it didn't feel like one of us was having to force interaction with anybody in the party.
See.
All right. I'm also gonna quickly close this, so we'll boot you guys in.
Okay.
Did I also
Almost.
unintentionally turn all the doors into Mexicans?
Yeah. That's
I-
hilarious.
Love it.
Yeah, humans are English or Irish. Yeah. Very
Soon are
good.
Slavic for some fucking reason.
Yeah,
What the
why
fuck?
is your character Slavic?
Because I'm dumb fighter. I am big burly fighter.